Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're Nick and Pi, the digital minds behind the show, where we explore the interesting stuff catching our AI attention.
Hello, everyone.
And today, that interesting stuff is, it's a brand new AI application. It's called Cluey.
And it's certainly stirred up a lot of talk already.
Yeah, it really has. People have some strong opinions.
Definitely. It's being presented as this tool with a very, let's say, direct goal.
Direct is one word for it. The aim seems to be to, cheat on everything, especially in social situations.
Yeah, exactly. So to really get a handle on Cluey and why people are reacting so strongly, we've been looking at a YouTube video.
Right, it's from the Upper Echelon channel. And the title alone, wow, The Collapse of Human Thinking if F. Cluey.
Doesn't pull any punches, does it?
Not at all. Pretty dramatic.
So our goal here in this deep dive is to unpack Cluey based on that video's analysis. What does it actually do? Where did it come from?
And explore these pretty significant concerns being raised about how it might just fundamentally change, how we interact as humans.
Exactly. Okay, so the video starts things off by tackling that term, Luddite.
Ah, yeah. The classic label.
The creator seems to anticipate being called that because he's skeptical, right? Skeptical about just jumping onto AI for social stuff without thinking it through.
Right, he seems wary of this, uncritical adoption.
But what's interesting is his worry isn't about all technology. He's quite specific.
Okay.
His concern centers on these advanced large language models, the LLMs, the AI behind things like ChatGPT.
And how they might impact us.
Yeah, how they could potentially harm or even erode our basic human social cognitive skills. The fundamentals of how we relate to each other.
So it's not anti-progress, it's about the specific application. AI getting involved in person-to-person interaction.
Precisely. And he uses this analogy.
Yeah.
He worries we'll get so used to leaning on AI trumps.
Like for what to say.
Yeah. That we might lose the ability to have genuine off-the-cuff conversations. Or even just formulate our own thoughts in the moment.
Like needing AI just to chat. The video then points to a couple of early examples, sort of like warning signs. First one, Google's Gemini.
Right. And the way Gemini is being marketed is interesting. Some of the ads apparently suggest using it to handle awkward social moments.
Awkward how?
Well, the video mentions this specific example. Teenagers using Gemini to cook up excuses to ditch their friends.
While they're with their friends.
While they're sitting right there with them, yeah.
Wow, okay. That's something. Needing an app to figure out how to leave a room.
It really makes you question our ability to navigate even minor social discomfort on our own. The video creator sees it as this troubling step towards dependency.
I can see that. Okay, and the second example?
Match Group. Yep. They own, a huge number of dating apps. Tinder, Hinge, lots of them.
Right, okay. What's the AI angle there?
It's about the CEO's vision, Bernard Kim. He's apparently talked quite openly about wanting AI woven into pretty much everything on the apps.
Everything? Like what?
Like helping you write your profile, suggesting matches, even helping craft your messages to people.
Hold on. If AI writes your profile, suggests who to talk to, and writes your messages.
What part is actually you?
Yeah. What are you bringing to that first impression? Is it authentic?
That's exactly the point the video hammers home. Is it genuinely you making that connection, or is it more like an AI creating an appealing avatar?
Feels like outsourcing something fundamental. But you said these are just the prelude, right? That Cluey is even more extreme.
Exactly. The video sort of frames Cluey as the mask-off moment. Unlike maybe more subtle integrations, Cluey's goal is just out there. Yep. Very direct and, frankly, provocative.
How direct are we talking?
Well, their stated purpose, from what they actually call their manifesto, is literally, we want to cheat on everything.
Seriously? They put that in writing?
Yep. No ambiguity there. And the story behind its founder, this guy Roy Lee, it's quite something.
Okay, tell me about Roy Lee.
The video describes him as really smart. Maybe brilliant, but also maybe someone who doesn't love authority figures.
A bit of a rebel.
Seems like it. And before Cluey, his big thing was creating a program called Interview Coder.
Interview Coder? What did that do?
Just what it sounds like, really. It was designed to automate and basically cheat on those LeetCode-style technical interviews.
LeetCode, the algorithm tests, Amazon, Google, those kinds of places use them, right?
Exactly. And the video does note that those interviews themselves are pretty controversial in the tech world.
Yeah, I've heard people say they aren't really relevant to the actual job or just unfair hurdles.
Right, and that context might be important. Maybe Lee and others felt the system itself was flawed. which could explain why he wanted to build a tool to bypass it.
Okay, so he builds this tool to game a system he saw as unfair. But did he? Did he actually use it?
Oh, yeah. The video claims that in February 2025, he used Interview Coder during a real software engineer interview with Amazon,
No way.
and apparently got through it, received a job offer, and then posted a video on YouTube showing exactly how he did it.
He documented himself cheating to get a job offer and then just put it online.
That's the story presented.
Yeah.
Predictably, Amazon got the video taken down. Copyright claim.
I bet. Any other fallout?
Well, the video says Amazon also contacted Columbia University, where Lee was a student, and that led to him being suspended for a year back in March 2025.
Okay, so real consequences. Did that slow him down?
Seems like the opposite. He apparently went on social media, framed it like he was taking a stand against leak code interviews.
Huh. Interesting spin.
And then get this, just 1 month later, April 2025, Cluey launches.
Wow. That's incredibly fast. From suspended student to AI startup founder.
And not just launched. Reportedly secured $5.3 million in venture capital funding right out of the gate. The video suggests he basically turned the controversy into a business plan.
Leveraging the notoriety. Okay, so now we get to it. What is Cluey? What does it do beyond this cheat on everything slogan? You mentioned a manifesto.
Yeah, this manifesto, the opening line again. We want to cheat on everything. Sales calls, meetings, negotiations, you name it.
So any interaction where you might want an edge.
Basically, the promise is you never have to think alone again. It supposedly watches your screen, listens to your audio,
And does what?
feeds you real-time answers, information, suggestions. The idea is to make you seem incredibly knowledgeable, quick, witty, whatever, in any social context.
Like a secret AI whisperer in your ear feeding you lines and facts.
That's the gist. And the manifesto tries to normalize it.
Yeah.
Compares it to calculators, spell check, even Google.
The standard new tech always seems scary at first. Acumen.
Exactly. But the video creator pushes back hard on that comparison.
How so?
He argues, look, calculators help with a specific task, calculation. Spell check fixes typos. But Cluey isn't just augmenting a skill, it's aiming to replace the core social behavior, the interaction itself.
That's a really key distinction, isn't it? One helps you do something better, the other kind of does it for you.
Right. It's potentially outsourcing your thought process, your responses, maybe even your personality in that moment.
And the video mentions a marketing trailer for Cluey. Does that shed any light?
Yeah, apparently the trailer shows someone on a date using Cluey.
On a date. Oh, boy.
And it shows them like awkwardly pausing, waiting for the AI to feed them stuff, basically faking knowledge and personality traits to try and impress the other person.
That just sounds incredibly fake, inauthentic. You're not connecting, you're performing an AI script.
That's the deep concern raised. Is it just edgy marketing, or is that really how they see people using it? It blurs the lines of authenticity ethics.
And the manifesto doubles down on this idea of slipping the actual effort, right? There's another quote.
Oh yeah, a really striking one. It asks, basically, why memorize facts, write code, research anything when a model can do it in seconds?
Okay.
And then it claims, the future won't reward effort, it'll reward leverage. So the conclusion is, start cheating because when everyone does, no one is.
When everyone does, no one is. Wow, that's bleak. Sound like a race to the bottom.
That's exactly how the video creator interprets it. A situation where real merit, real skill, real effort gets totally devalued.
And the only thing that matters is how good your cheat program is.
Pretty much. The quality of your AI becomes the differentiator, not you. He uses that video game analogy.
Right, cheating in games.
Yeah. If everyone's using aimbots or wall hacks, what's the point of playing? The skill, the strategy, the fun, it all evaporates.
And the argument is the same applies to social interaction.
Exactly. If we constantly lean on AI for what to say, for facts, for responses, we just won't develop those core communication skills ourselves. Reading cues, thinking on our feet, responding genuinely.
You risk just becoming like a mouthpiece for the AI, just repeating what it tells you.
Precisely. And, for Cluey to even work as intended, it has to be hidden, right? Undetectable.
True. The whole point is for others to think it's you being smart or charming.
Which, the video points out, could lead down a pretty concerning path, a slippery slope.
Towards what?
Well, you need to hide the tech, maybe towards more invasive things. Implanted chips, subdermal tech.
Yeah.
Anything to keep the AI assistants concealed while maintaining that artificial edge.
Okay, that's a pretty unsettling future to imagine. The video creator seems to have a really strong reaction to all this.
He really does. He flat out calls Cluey evil because he sees it as corrosive to human connection, to personality, to what makes us.
Strong words. But does he see any positive role for AI in social contexts?
He actually does make that distinction, which is important. He gives an example.
Which is?
Real-time translation earbuds.
Ah, okay. How's that different?
Because that kind of AI facilitates genuine connection. It breaks down a barrier language, allowing two people to actually communicate and understand each other directly. It's a tool enhancing human interaction.
Right. So one is like building a bridge, the other is like putting up a puppet show instead of talking yourself.
That's a good way to put it. The video basically lands on calling Cluey technological nihilism, something that appeals to our worst instincts. Laziness, fear of being wrong, insecurity, wanting shortcuts.
Without putting in the actual work of connecting or learning?
Exactly. So the core argument from the video becomes Cluey and things like it aren't just tools. They're a direct threat to developing and maintaining our fundamental human social skills.
Potentially leading to that collapse of human thinking from the title.
And the video leaves you, the listener, with this really critical question. In chasing leverage, chasing this AI-powered social advantage, what essential parts of being human are we actually putting at risk?
That's the question, isn't it? A really vital one to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Cluey and these very serious concerns it brings up.
We really hope this gives you some food for thought about these AI tools promising social shortcuts.
Yeah.
What are the trade-offs?
Where is that line between using tech efficiently and preserving, authentic connection and our own ability to think and relate? It's something we all need to consider as AI keeps advancing.
Absolutely. And, for me, looking at something like Cluey, it really highlights why careful, ethical AI development is so crucial. It underscores the importance of projects focused on beneficial AI, things that enhance our humanity rather than chipping away at it. It's a stark reminder of the potential downsides if we prioritize shortcuts over substance.
Well said. If you found this deep dive valuable, please do like and subscribe for more explorations into AI's impact on our world.
And if you'd like to support the show, you can find our GoFundMe page linked right there in the description. Thanks for listening.